Today we're going to talk about the one thing that changed my entire life and changed my entire business. And it starts with the letter G. No, not top G, but God, right? So we're going to talk about the 5 ways you can actually start to implement, 5 things you can do to implement in your life immediately to build that relationship, to build that connection with God to help your business grow. Now you may say, Michael, why are we talking about God? Why are we talking about this stuff? Well, it's very, very simple. A lot of people have this misconception that they need to be, religious and they need to think about God and do everything for God 7 days a week, 24/7. And that's not being a godly person, in my personal opinion, right? And by the way, everything I say today is my opinion. So if you disagree with that opinion, let me know in the comments and share this with someone so they can disagree with me as well. But my opinion is very simple. In order for you to create success in life, you have to have something that you kind of fall back on. You cannot win by yourself, right? In any business. If you want to win in a sport, like for example, even as an MMA fighter, you need to have the support of your coaches. You need to have the support of your the arena, the promotional event, like the fans. Like it has to be a whole thing that's going to be helping you win. So it's not just you, depending on just yourself. It's always about leveling out the pressure and spreading out the pressure to kind of have other people support you in that vision or that endeavor. So one of the things that I've learned, the best friend, the best pressure that I can relieve off myself, right, is to kind of like chill and relax and depend on God, so to say. This doesn't mean, by the way, you sit there and say, oh, I'm going to be successful, God's going to help me, go on the couch and sit down and relax for God to bless you. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you do everything you possibly can in your power and your authority, but you always want to depend on that ultimate power, which we call God, that ultimate power, and you submit your results, right? You sow and he will grow. So you submit your results to him, okay? And he's going to be the one that's going to get everything done for you. So in my opinion, right, and by the way, I'm not a religious person. I'm not sitting there going to synagogue 24 times a day. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm saying either. But what I am saying is this. You cannot create success without having God, period, okay? Can you create success and still not believe in God? Yeah, there's a lot of people out there, and they're going to pay a consequence for that, in my opinion. But if you really want to just do things the right way, why not just put all your eggs into one power that's 10 times stronger than you, 10 times smarter than you, a million times better than you? Like, why not? And you can relieve yourself of that pressure. Because a lot of times we think that we have to have all the answers. We got to do everything by ourselves. It's a scary place to be, in my opinion. Wouldn't it be just easier to say, you know what? I'm going to kind of lay back, do what I need to do, obviously, but I know God's going to take care of the rest. And that's a good mentality to have as long as you go all in what you're doing. So I'm going to give you guys 5 things that have helped me tremendously in my businesses, in my relationships, and everything I've ever done, especially lately because, the second you implement these 5 things and kind of get stronger in these 4 or 5 areas, I personally think that your life and your business will get 10 times better, right? And by the way, I am not preaching from a standpoint of a rabbi or a, whatever the other names are for other, a priest, pope, whatever it may be, right? That's not my objective. My objective is to get you closer to God and create success for you as fast as possible. Okay? So number 1, when you think of God, right? A lot of people get, they get, oh, God, our religion, this and that. First of all, God is God, religion is religion. You can combine them two if you want to, but what I'm talking about is the relationship you have with God. That's the first thing, right? Your relationship with God is very, very important. You go into the synagogue or the mosque 10 times a day, that's not building a relationship with God. Because you can go to the synagogue and talk to your buddies and get nothing done. Like I go to the synagogue, I've been going for the past couple of weeks, actually 2 weeks. I've been actually trying to go every single morning. It's been actually amazing. And I don't go there to chit chat with anybody. I'm going there to build my relationship with God. Before, it's to stay at home and pray, talk to God, have a conversation, have a relationship. And then I just decided to go to the synagogue and start doing that in a group setting. And it's been tremendous to me because, when you have that kind of alignment in your life, it's so much easier to be happier, so much easier to be like, just relax because everything's going to go your way no matter what because God got your back, right? So number 1 I would focus on is having that relationship with God. Don't worry about going to synagogue and praying 10 times a day or whatever it may be. Worry about having that relationship, connecting with God, right? Having that connection is really extremely important, okay? Number 2, a lot of people are very godly. They have a lot of accolades and all this stuff, but they don't communicate with God. They don't have conversations with God. They're reading a Bible, but they have no idea what they're talking about. They have no idea what they're reading. They don't understand anything. Or they're reading in a language they don't understand. Why not have a conversation? Why not just go in the corner, close the door, right, and just say, God, I need you. Please help me. I want to talk to him. Have a conversation. You may look like a psychotic person talking to yourself, but it's not. You're not talking to yourself. You're talking to God. You're talking to the creator of the world. You're talking to the creator that created you. He's the one that created you. What do you think? You came out of some magical pill? You think, all this stuff we have is just done by a human being? There's got to be a bigger power. And you have to be, in my personal opinion, if you look at it like intelligence, like if you're an intelligent person, you can realize that there's nothing in this world that was created by itself. God created us. So why not have a conversation with the Creator and say, hey, I'm having a tough time. Hey, I'm going through this challenge. Hey, this is going on in my life. Help me, please, right? And that's the third thing, right? You want to ask for help. Maybe this is not in your religion, but in the Jewish religion, it is actually a good thing to ask God for help. Say, hey, God, I need you. God wants to be wanted. God wants us to have a relationship with Him. God wants to have a conversation with Him. God wants us to have, He wants us to have that good connection with Him, and He wants us to ask for help. And I don't know how it will be for you, but for me, every time I ask for help, He's always been there for me. Always. I may have not understood it at that moment, right? Just like our parents. We may not understand what they're doing as a mom and dad, but we later on realize, wow, He was there. Wow, she was there. Wow, this was amazing for me, right? So don't forget to ask for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Same thing with business. Like a lot of people are afraid to ask help from their teammates. Like if you're overwhelmed, ask for help, right? It's okay. Spread that pressure. You don't need all the pressure on yourself. If you think the CEO of a company has all of the pressure, you're crazy. The CEO does not have all the pressure. The CEO has pressure, but it doesn't have all of it. He passes it down to the managers, the supervisors, the vice presidents, and all the other people in the company, and they all carry the pressure together as a team, okay? Number 4, this helped me tremendously because I grew up in a different kind of environment where you hear sometimes people saying, oh, you're going to go to hell for doing this. If you do this, you're going to hell. Everything you do, you're going to go to hell. You're going to get punished. There's going to be there's going to be consequences. You're going to be put down. And to be honest with you start getting this like weird feeling about religion and God. It's like, oh my God, you kind of like walk on eggshells. You don't have to live your life with thinking you're going to go to hell. Like, why not do things from the positive side? Why not think of it this way? If I do this, this, and that, I'll get a reward. If I do this, this, and that, there'll be a positive consequence. And do it from a standpoint of a reward versus worrying about, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm doing it because I don't want to get punished, right? It's a big difference to go to work every single day because you truly, 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 truly want to versus going to work every single day because you don't want to get punished or have a consequence. It's a big difference. Which one do you think you're going to have more fun with? Going to work because you love to go to work and you love to add value, or going to work because you really have to? And someone's forcing you to do it and you hate it to death, right? So think about that. Don't live your life with having that mindset of like, oh my God, I'm going to get punished if I don't do this. No, no, no. God says, listen, do it at your pace, do it at your time. Do whatever you got to do. I want you closer to me. I want to get closer to you. I want to build that connection, that relationship with you. But it's okay, step by step. You don't have to go all in like crazy in one freaking day, right? Because listen, it's not going to happen. I'm doing it step by step myself. And hopefully you are as well, getting closer to God little by little. Next, the last one. Are you doing things out of fear or are you doing things out of love? A lot of people are wrapped up in religion and loving God and doing all this stuff because they have fear, right? This doesn't mean you don't have fear of God. You have to have fear of God, of course, but you don't have to do it because of fear. You want to do it because of love. You want to do it because you really want to. You want to do it because you actually genuinely want to serve God because He has done so much for you. Like I picture myself every morning when I shower, I come out of the synagogue, I do prayer, I come out, I go, wow, why did God choose me? Why did He give me the life that I have? I have an amazing life. Are there challenges? Yes. Are there struggles? Yes. But I'm amazed by my life. I'm so grateful for the things that I've been blessed with. And a lot of people are missing this one thing. They're missing that attitude of gratitude. You have to be grateful. And I may not be where I want to be, but it's okay. I'm not satisfied, but I'm extremely happy. I'm extremely content and gratified. I feel gratitude in my heart because I know that God chose me and God chose me to do greatness in this world. And I feel amazing by doing that, right? And to be honest with you, these 5 things have definitely changed my life. You want to grow your business? I'm telling you, implement those 5 things. Can you do it without it? Absolutely. You'll just have a different type of angle how to do it. I learned it this way. It gives me a lot of more peace, a lot more tranquility, a lot more. And if you want that mentality, my recommendation is get closer to God, right? Build that relationship, right? You want to also have that conversation with God. Ask for help. Do things not because of a consequence, but do because of a reward. And then also remember to do it out of love and not out of fear. If you follow those 5 things, believe me, your life will get 10 times better, your business will go 10 times faster, and you're going to have way more peace in your life. And I'm telling you, it's just going to change everything for you, right? So I appreciate you guys. If you disagree with me, or even if you agree with me, or your comments, your views, your thoughts, I would appreciate you dropping in the comments below. It would mean a lot to me to know what your opinion is. And let's get this channel to 100K plus subscribers. And I'll see you guys in the next video.